This new flagship phone from OnePlus comes with a lot of things which you'll see for the first time in any phone. For example, it is the first phone in India to come with Snapdragon 8 Elite Gen 5. It comes with IP69K rating, which you wouldn't have heard of in any other phone before today. And it doesn't look like a gaming phone, but it has a 165Hz refresh rate and a large 7300 mAh battery. Today we are going to talk about this phone in detail. Along with that, I'll also tell you more than 40 features. So watch this video till the end and tell me in the comment section which feature do you like the most. Let's start with the design and display first. The design of this phone is completely different compared to the previous OnePlus 13. It looks a bit like OnePlus 13s. It has a special material on back which can prevent scratches. Even on the front you get very thin bezels. This is a 6.78 inches 1.5K resolution 10-bit LTPO AMOLED panel. The display quality looks very crisp. The colors are very good as well, and it has 3600 nits of peak brightness and 165Hz refresh rate, which you are probably not going to find in any other smartphone other than a few gaming phones. And this phone also supports 165Hz refresh rate only in gaming. By the way, this has a Corning Gorilla Glass Victus 2 protection on front and also comes with a super fast ultrasonic fingerprint sensor. Let me tell you some important display settings. If you go inside settings, display and brightness, first of all, set the screen resolution to high so that you see a crisper display. And for your images and videos to look better, there are also some video enhancement engine options here. You can enable both of these settings. The customization options in this phone are now at a next level. If you go into settings, home screen and lock screen options, you get the Flux Themes 2.0 option. Basically even better options than the previous Flux themes have arrived. You can set any of your photos as a wallpaper and the phone can enable depth effect like this. If you scroll this window, you will find more customization options which include always on display, which is by default set to seamless, but you can select this one here if you want an iPhone like look where whole wallpaper can change into an AOD. I really like the transition of the clock from lock screen to AOD, and there are many more AOD options here to choose from. For more customization, you can go to more fingerprint animation and there are a bunch of options to select from. You can also enable this kind of lighting effect for notifications, and this can also be enabled for calls. Now, before we talk about other things, let me tell you about top 10 features which you should definitely use on this phone. First, I'll show you a new AI feature, AI Play Lab, and this is not enabled or installed by default. So you'll first have to go to the Play Store and search for AI Play Lab and install it. It has three amazing options. The first one is menu translator. If you have a menu where you can't understand what is written, it is in different language, or you don't know what the dish will look like, then you can just capture a photo of the menu, upload it here, and it shows you the entire menu in a very nice way. It's nicely written here what the item is, what its ingredients are, and it has a AI generated photo of every dish so you know how it is going to look like. The second option here is Party Up, which is even more amazing. With this you can convert your photos into videos. Basically you have to capture any of your photos or select any photo. After that you will get three options here. You can make it dance, you can make it cheers with drinks, or make it do a birthday cake cutting. Let's try generating the dance option here, and finally here is the video. Let's see what it looks like, and it has made something completely different. After this I also tried the birthday option and here are the results. The third option is photo spell, where again you give any of your photos to the phone. After that you can give a prompt to phone and tell what you want to change in your photo, or there is an option to generate figurine as well, which was quite viral on Twitter and the internet. So you can easily do a lot of photo editing with the help of this feature. And if you noticed in this phone, you don't get a alert slider here. OnePlus has added a new AI Plus key which you can customize in a very good way. If you go inside settings, AI Plus key, you'll see something like the iPhone here. There are many options and you can make it do whatever you want. If you want to use the same silent functionality, you can also do that. But the most interesting option here is AI Mindspace. If you select this and then tap this button on any screen, the phone will basically capture a screenshot and add that screenshot to your Mindspace gallery. And with the help of AI, it can analyze it and tell you the details about that screenshot. Basically, whatever you keep saving, everything is saved at one space under this Mindspace. And after that, if you want to ask a question to AI that you need some information out of whatever you saved within Mindspace, it can do that very easily. Since we are talking about AI, this phone also has some AI calling assistant features. If you go to settings inside the dialer, there is AI call assistant here. You can enable call summary as well. Whenever you're talking to someone, you'll get the complete notes of the call and a summary will be available as well. Or you can use the translate calls feature. If you don't understand the language of other person, the phone can do live translation during the call itself. By the way, the phone can create a transcription transcription or summary even if you are not on a phone call. There is a voice scribe option here. You can enable it, just start speaking and the phone will create a summary for you. Or if you have any voice recordings in the recorder app, the phone can also create a summary of that and give it to you in a very nice way. Talking about the photo editing AI features, you can open any photo and go to the edit and you get a special AI editor option. In this, you can use the AI recompose option. The phone will give you different compositions made with the help of AI. You can select whatever you like out of this. There is an AI eraser option. If you want to remove anything from your photo, remove any people in the background, this phone can do that job in a very amazing way. There is also an AI relight option which can basically add light to your photos. This photo is already quite bright, but if you see here, this is how it looks without the effect, and I can brighten it up with this feature by using a torch on my face. There are some more options for editing, like if your eyes are closed, the phone can fix it with the help of perfect shot feature. You can enhance the details of the photo. If it's a blurred photo, it can unblur it. If there is a reflection in the photo, it can remove that as well. And if you have a photo that contains some personal information that you want to hide or pixelate, there is an auto pixelate option inside edit which will also use AI and identify what information you might want to remove. If I want to remove more things, I can also easily remove them by just doing a single tap. And one more very useful AI feature you get inside the AI Notes app. There is basically a AI writer option. You can make it write anything for you. You can give it a small prompt. It can write things for you on that. If you want to post it somewhere on social media like Twitter, Facebook or Instagram, it can create captions for you as well. The basic circle to search option is also available for you. Long tap on the navigation bar, select anything and the phone can give you more information about it. And one other amazing feature which seems like very new for Android, although it looks like it's completely copied from iOS. If you are traveling in a car and use the phone at the same time, many people feel motion sickness and this feature can help you there. You just enable this feature, you get these dots on your screen which keeps moving as the vehicle moves. So you basically don't feel the motion and it can actually prevent motion sickness. Now the two strongest things about this phone are power and performance. This phone, as I told you earlier, comes with the latest and best processor for Android right now, which is the Snapdragon 8 Elite Gen 5. We ran the AnTuTu score and it is coming close to 2.8 million. I saw some other videos on YouTube where it was going up to 4 million. Not sure why mine is stuck to 2.8 million, but I didn't find any performance related issues. I tried BGMI. You'll get smooth plus 120 FPS support out of the box in this phone and the gameplay experience is just awesome. In day-to-day life, the phone of course feels smooth. It has UFS 4.1 storage and LPDDR5X RAM, so you are going to get the best performance. And OnePlus gave a large 7300 mAh battery in this phone, which you usually don't see in flagship phones especially. The phone weighs around 210 grams, but since the size is big as well, I didn't feel it is very heavy. By the way, it supports 120 watt fast charging. You'll find the adapter in the box itself, and it also supports 50 watt wireless charging. Along with wireless charging, you can also do reverse wireless charging with this phone. If you want to charge any other phone or TWS, this phone can do all of that. And its gaming assistant feature has also changed a lot. It has a pro gamer mode option now. If you want better performance, you can select this hyper frame rate option if you want to play games in 165 Hz refresh rate. If you scroll down, you'll find more options here such as network optimization. You can enable system stats to see CPU GPU usage or the FPS. Tapping on more will bring up many more options here, the most useful of which is the bypass charging option. Let's talk about the camera segment now, and let me tell you, it is very difficult these days to be best at the camera department. If I talk about the camera specs, there are three 50 megapixel cameras on the back, ultra wide, primary and a 3.5x telephoto camera, and on the front you get a 32 megapixel camera. I have captured some photos which I am showing you here. I personally like the quality of its cameras. I also compared it a little bit with the iPhone 17 where it managed to look better in some places. And the best thing is, if you capture videos, this phone can capture videos up to 8K 30 FPS. If you want to shoot 4K, then this can go up to 120 FPS. By the way, along with 4K and 8K videos, you can also shoot HDR Dolby Vision videos with this phone. There is even a portrait mode inside videos which can enable blur or depth effect in the videos. If you go to more on the right side, you will find many more interesting modes here, such as Pro Mode Video if you want camera like settings for videos. There is also a dual view mode here if you want to capture the front camera and rear camera simultaneously. You will also find an option for slow motion videos in which you can go up to 240 FPS if you want to shoot in HD, but there is a 4K 120 FPS option as well. And the most interesting option here is underwater shooting. Because this phone is IP69K rated, you can take it into the water, shoot videos without thinking twice. Another big change you are going to notice in UI this time. This phone comes with Oxygen OS 16, which is based on Android 16. It looks a little different and also feels more smoother. I'm showing you the app opening and app closing animation here. You'll find very minimal bloatware in this phone. And the best thing I liked about the OS is that it comes with Android 16 out of the box, and still you get 4 years of software updates. So basically you can get updates till Android 20, and along with that you also get 6 years of security updates. There are many customization options inside this UI. First, if you have created a group on home screen, you can change it to an enlarged group like this. You get different options for what kind of enlarged folder you want to see. And one more thing I noticed, that it is not only the group, but if you want, you can change any app to a large icon as well. And you can add more options to it, like you can directly add a new note option. There are multiple options for icon customization as well. If you long tap on the home screen and go to home screen setting, you'll find different icon packs here. There is a flux option, which is similar to flux theme or themed icons. You can customize the color. There are many more icon packs here. There is a radiance icon pack, the shadow icon pack. I personally like the material one too. There is one more great animation in this phone, which is disabled by default. If you go into the settings, system and update, and select system navigation, you'll find this swipe animation option here. Currently it is disabled, so if you look, when I try to go back, there is no preview, but if I enable this option, it enables an amazing preview which looks very cool. I noticed one more thing in this phone. If I play any music and keep the app in the background, it keeps showing up here. Basically it is kind of a live alerts view. If I tap on it, a full media window will open. Basically you have this live alerts option inside settings accessibility. Here you can pick and choose for which apps do you want to see this live preview. This phone also supports many gestures. If you go into settings and again into accessibility, there is an option for gesture and motion here. Inside this you can enable screen of gestures. The best one here is air gestures. So if you are receiving a call, you can accept or mute the call without even touching the phone. Inside accessibility, there is another great option or shortcut you can say called quick launch, which I personally find very useful. You can put any 5 shortcuts here of things you use more often. After enabling this, whenever I unlock this phone with the help of fingerprint sensor, I just need to hold it even after it unlocks, and all those shortcuts will be here easily accessible to me. So far, whatever videos I have watched, speakers felt good to me as well. So there are dual speakers. There is a dedicated speaker on the top side as well. Although there is no Dolby Atmos here, it has O Reality audio certification, but the speakers are loud and I like the quality, and it has O haptic support as well. I'll tell you another great feature related to sound. If you go to settings, sound and vibration, you get a feature called app specific volume here. Enable this, and after that you can individually control the sound of every app. Suppose Spotify is playing in the background and I open YouTube over it, then when I change the volume, I get an extra option here, and with this option I can control the volume of every app separately. And one more very useful option under the sound and vibration settings is clear voice. Basically, if there is a lot of background noise during a call, you can enable this. The phone can cancel all the background noise, so you can get a better experience out of it. No issues in terms of network and security as well. There are 16 5G bands. If you want to use 4G, you'll get 4G plus carrier aggregation support as well. The Bluetooth version is 6, the Wi-Fi version is 7. There is NFC support and there is eSIM support as well. Either you can use 2 physical SIMs or you can use 1 physical SIM and 1 SIM as an eSIM. There are also some great options to enhance the network performance of this phone. In settings, Wi-Fi assistant, you have the dual channel network acceleration and Wi-Fi acceleration options. If you want to use Wi-Fi and mobile data at the same time, you can enable this dual channel network option, and if you want to use 2 Wi-Fi's at the same time, then you can enable this dual channel Wi-Fi acceleration option. If you want to turn on hotspot while you are connected to a Wi-Fi, basically you want to share your Wi-Fi with the help of your phone, you can do that as well. The phone also has some very good security features. If you go to settings, security and privacy, you'll get the app lock option here. You have the hide apps option as well. There is a private safe option if you want to hide your files. You also get this screen sharing protection option, which is very useful. If you are sharing your screen with any of the apps, the phone tries to protect your private information, like it can hide all the notifications automatically, or if you open any of these apps which can have private information, it can hide these apps as well. In more options, there is an option for smart notification hiding. You can enable this, after which you'll have to enroll your face once, and then whenever a notification comes, the notification is only visible if your face is in front of your phone. And yes, if you want to use 2 accounts of the same app, there is an app cloner option as well. You get some suggestions, but if you go to other apps here, you can create an app clone for almost any app. Let me tell you a few more important things about this phone. You get a good quality color matched case with this phone in the box. Also, there is a pre-applied screen protector, the plastic one. There is also an IR blaster at the back, and the USB Type-C port here is 3.2 rated. If you want to know anything else about this phone, you can ask us in comment section. If you like this video, please make sure to like and share. And if you want to watch more such content, make sure you subscribe us.